Welcome to Eco 250, Quantitative Analysis for Economics, or as I prefer to call it, Math for Econ. Now, there are three reasons to take this class, and your specific reasons will determine the approach you want to take. Something that we don't talk about enough is that a really good reason to go to college is fun. And my hope is that with this class, I'm going to help you to indulge some of your curiosity. Hopefully, I can point you in the direction of some interesting concepts, as well as help you to wrap your head around some of the fun models in economics. One of those models that we will get to later on in the semester is signaling. If you're taking this class because it's going to help you get a degree and you hope that that degree helps you to get a job, you're here for reason number two. You want to communicate to potential employers something that you can't just write on your resume. You can't just say, I'm going to work hard and I can do difficult things, because anyone can write that on their resume. What you are going to show is that you took hard economics classes in college, and so they can credibly believe that since you got the degree, it must be the case that you can do work that other people shied away from. And finally, the reason that we always talk about going to college is human capital accumulation. In the case of this course, what that means is building up some tools that are going to help you to do well in other fields, especially for your other economics classes, but hopefully you also pick up a way of looking at the world in this class that will be useful to you. Now, our big goals in this class: first off, we want to tell economic stories using mathematical tools. In order to be good at that, we want to be able to translate back and forth between English and math. We want, especially since we're in an online class, to be able to solve problems in an open-ended way. We're going to take advantage of the fact that we're doing this class online. It's going to be much less about memorization, which is kind of taking away from the signaling value of this, but hopefully it's enhancing these other two reasons. We're going to approach this class with the expectation that you've always got another browser tab open so that you can find whatever tools will help you solve the problem now. And finally, our fourth big goal with this class is to enhance your understanding so that you can see why those tools are actually working for you. A lot of the stuff we're going to deal with in this class involves things like, say, taking a derivative of some function. That you can just plug into Wolfram Alpha and it'll give you the answer. But if you can understand why the derivative is what it is, why Wolfram Alpha is giving you the answer that they're giving you, you're going to be in a more robust position to take advantage of those external tools. And you can focus more on where your comparative advantage is, which is telling economic stories and applying common sense that computers just do not have access to. Now, something to be aware of, our warning going into this class: the concepts we're talking about are very abstract, right? Econ is abstract, math is even more abstract. So one challenge we're going to face is just getting our heads around these things, taking on a new way of looking at the world that isn't the basic intuition that has gotten us this far. If you ever take Eco 360 with me, that's Introduction to Experimental Economics, we talk about what psychologists have taught us about the way humans think. And what we see there is that we're not terribly good at thinking. We often make profound mistakes, and our hope is that in this class we will avoid some of those mistakes. But coming back to our warning, the way that our brains are built to think isn't always going to line up nicely with how we want to think through problems in a mathematical context. Now, another important part of this abstract nature of math and econ is that a lot of our explanations are going to be kind of short. We're going to have videos for all these different concepts, and there's a million videos all over the internet. There's a million things to read. You can look this stuff up. You can find excellent explanations. But what you're going to find is the basic concepts can be explained with very, very little in the way of words and time. We don't have to expound upon things. That means that there's going to be less videos to watch or less hours of videos to watch, but you're probably going to want to re-watch them. Now, another really important thing to take away from this is you need to practice. Practice is going to make all the difference. Listening to an explanation is fine, but if these explanations are compact and abstract, a 3-minute explanation might be dealing with a concept that took me years to wrap my head around. Given that, it's really important that you engage. So practicing, and really important also, is reach out. Take advantage of me. You're paying me to be here, so talk to me in office hours, send me emails, ask me questions, but even better, reach out to your classmates. You do a lot better in this sort of a class in a social setting. Now, we're online. That's tricky. We don't have the same sort of opportunities for small, informal interactions like we would in the 5 minutes leading up to a class in person. So you're going to have to be much more conscientious and intentional about this. Set up study groups. Practice this stuff. Quiz each other. Work on this and get your head through it so that you can get the material into your head, because it's not going to be easy. Now, the upside of that is because it's not easy, we are sending a good signal. But I hope also it's helpful, and I hope it's fun. So let's get into it.